Try this again real quick. We're gonna do countdown 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let's try this one more time, shall we? I hope it works this time. We're gonna do some small level goodness here. I didn't.
And when GMD says small, he means like this level is the size of a Cheez-It.
Sure thing. And I do love me some Cheez-Its. Let's hope we can get more than 1 star in this time.
I think that's the thing that amazes me the most, is that you were 1 star in, it was like 15 seconds.
Yeah. So,
yeah, there are 2 routes for this 100 coin star. I'm not sure which one you prefer at this point.
I go for this one, as evidenced by the one I'm going for right now. So, the 100 coin star in this level is extremely fast because the level's extremely small. You can get done with it about like 30 seconds.
Most of the 100 coin stars that GMD will collect in this run will be like that. Just because there's either like a lot of coins lumped in one area, or there's just like a million blue coins.
Yeah. Just depends on the level. So, yeah, we basically do like a bunch of like 8-second stars in this level, and half the timing in this is just overworld cutscenes.
Now, for the last star, do you get the death barrier skip?
I don't, because I have never been reliable at it.
So if you kick off of the box on, or the pushable metal box that the last star is on, you can actually get it without triggering a cutscene. It only saves a couple seconds though, and it's really hard to do.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't go for it, because it's course 1. Why bother? It's like 2 seconds.
At least not in marathons. But
Yeah.
also, BSA is not that optimized yet.
It could be a lot more optimized, and that's what I'm going to hope to do in the future, but we'll get there eventually. That was course 1. If you blinked, you missed it. I'm sorry. Now we're going to head over to everyone's favorite level, Wing Cap, where we get to hear John Cena. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit the switch and then go for a 10-star skip here. I hope I'm high enough. Okay, we're good. But that will help us skip the cap switch text.
Yeah, so every cap switch is possible to skip the text in this hack, although in 95 star we only go to the Vanish and the Wing Cap. Metal Cap is stupid long.
You still go there, because you need it for Bowser 2, actually.
Oh, right! My mistake,
Let's go for red coins.
You just don't collect many stars there.
Yeah, you get like 2 stars there, because it's a giant red cube. Yeah, common theme of this hack, giant cubes, giant empty space. So,
Hey, there are a couple of small cubes.
yeah, like the question mark boxes the stars are in.
No doubt about that.
So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get reds here. As you can see, potentially, there's a star right there in that box that we just saw. Then of course there's that other star that's in there across the distance. So we get to climb this 3 times. Get some nice fun gameplay here. But yeah, the optimal way to do this is to do a triple jump off this wing cap box, so that's what we're gonna do.
It's somewhat precise, but pretty easy to replicate every time.
Yeah. It's also forgiving if you miss it, so... These are not the right splits. So yeah, we just get one more tower climb here. Hopefully that's not a great angle, but I hope that's enough to actually still make it. Looks like we're good. So now we're just gonna fly over here and get this star. So, yeah.
And this one is, I don't know if I'm the only one who's ever had this problem, but the depth perception when flying towards it can sometimes be really strange.
Yeah, it can be a bit interesting to deal with. Wait a minute, something's off. I'm missing a star here.
The one under the level.
Oh yeah, the one under the level. Yeah. See, if you just miss your triple jump there, you can just head back here and try again. So yeah, not only is there 3 stars off the tower, there's a star behind the tower that I'm gonna miss real quick.
One in the middle of nowhere, and one under the level.
Of course. So yeah, this hack isn't exactly the pinnacle of ROM hack design, but
The kid was 13 when he made it, okay?
I will cut Bubby some slack that he was very young when he made it, and this hack is also pretty old. It came out like beginning of 2017. So yeah. Anyway, so that was the wing cap stage. Now that that's over, you can go ahead and run through course 2 real quick.
Alright, don't blink. He's about to do hundreds.
Yeah. There are a few blue coins here. Funny thing is, this stage only has 104 coins. So if you miss the blue coin, that's nearly invisible because it's inside that wall, then you can't do hundreds. Pinnacle of game design.
Bobby has a propensity to put things slightly inside of walls, so they're just out of eyesight.
So yeah, we're gonna drop down here, warp up to the top, just so we can specifically drop back down again. Then we'll land right about there. Get the coin there. And then we'll have hundreds.
By the way, I do not mean to rain on your parade, but there's actually 108 coins in the level.
Did he add more?
No, there's another 5 by the impossible wall kicks. Or
There
the
are?
blue pillars. Yeah, but it's at the base of that.
He must have added them. He must have like sneakily added them in an update or something.
Huh, maybe. You have been playing this longer than I have.
So yeah, we're gonna do these beginning wall kicks quite a bit.
Oh yeah, Sodium, I can talk about some of the changes in 1.5 when we get to them in the run.
Oh yeah, for sure. This game on 1.4 is virtually unplayable by certain standards.
The one that we don't get to that I do want to point out is that in course 14, there's toxic gas everywhere.
Yeah.
Which I don't think there is any now, is there?
No, there isn't, if I remember correctly.
No, it just looks like it.
Alright, if you don't want to watch BSA, you can go play with your rubber band and cry in a corner alone with no friends. That's fine.
Were you there during the EE test?
I was not. I was asleep, unfortunately.
There's probably about 50 people who like copy pasted this when they entered Drown Factory. It was amazing.
So I think I saw the screenshot or something. So yeah, we get another version of climbing the same thing 3 times to do 3 different things.
Trust me, if some idiot ever like makes a redone of this hack, they better not put 3 stars right up in the same place.
I hope they don't. I would yell at them so hard. But yeah, we gotta keep going up, doing the same thing, repeatedly and repeatedly. I'm redundant and repetitive.
I mean, if it's your biggest complaint about the level, though, it's not a bad level.
Yeah, this level's not awful. It is kind of a bunch of rectangles, but it's honestly not his worst work. I mean, you probably already saw that in Wingcap, but we'll get to some more stuff.
What do you mean how you remake this, Jarp? You put a couple squares down and call it a day.
I think I actually went through in SketchUp and made the entire Wingcap level in approximately 2 minutes. So, yeah. So that was course 2. Now we're gonna head around here behind the overworld because this is how we get to course 3.
Thank you for ending course 2 on a high note with the most interesting star of the level.
Of course. So we're actually gonna start this one with reds, which recently got added to the route because it was proven by some nerd that it's faster to do course 3 reds in 95.
Thanks for the compliment. Love you too. Wait, what was the star replaced again?
I believe it's course 500s that got replaced.
Yes, screw that star. Now you can do my new strat in course 5 and save even more time.
Perhaps. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and go through the stage with good music in it.
Also, there is more than 8 red coins, but they're not a hunt. They're like all on your way to where you're going.
Yeah. Pretty much. The only thing with reds is you have to do a reclimb there because that red is just stupid. So it's just a reclimb for the sake of forcing a reclimb. So yeah, speaking of doing the same thing 3 times for the same stars, we're gonna do that again here. Let's see, how are we doing on coins?
Yeah, Drunk Crazy. I know that there's a lot of stars in this hack, which are extremely fast, but there's not a whole lot in between that and what this would be at. So that's the reason why I guess the justification.
Another reason why I guess the justification is what we'll see later on in this course, but now we get to do the fun times of slope kicking, jump here so you don't get caught on some bad collision.
Oh, see, I didn't know about the jump. I usually just dive down to the wall kicks area and do that.
I don't actually know which is faster, but I haven't timed it. That's just the way that I've been doing it because it's consistent.
They're fairly similar.
Mm-hmm.
I think the slope kicking might be a little bit faster, but I have a hard time knowing where to jump, so I take a little safety.
Mm-hmm. So now that we've gone and done that, let's do it again. But this time we don't need to collect any coins while we're doing it. So we have to climb up our light years of wall kicking again. And then panic a little bit, and then save it, and then get bad collision when you try to save it. So, now we have to reclimb the entire stage again, because that's how the stage is laid out.
Well, one of the things that kind of mellows out later on, like starting in Overworld 2, is that you aren't just climbing the same structure to get to different levels of it. Like, I think in Course 5 it starts to get a little more like varied, you go different places.
Yeah. But, now that we're up here, let's just go ahead and grab this star. That's a 10 coin box if we're running short on coins during hundreds, but luckily we didn't have to deal with that. So now we're gonna bonk on the wall real quick. That's actually a little known strat that I came up with. Helps me align everything perfectly for this next star. And then, see this little tiny ledge over here? We're gonna grab that and then grab the star here. Because why wouldn't there be a star on a tiny ledge there?
Nice setup.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not able to do that, but if you do end up doing it and you ground pound the star in the wrong position, you will start to spaz out on that ledge, and I think it wastes like 18-20 seconds just waiting for the star animation to start.
I bonked on the box.
It's okay, we're just using that as a setup for something in Bowser 2.
Yeah, of course. So everything I do in this run is intentional. Let's try that again. There we go. Here we go. Alright, now we get the most exciting star in the game real quick. And there we go. There's the most exciting star in the game. Alright, so the reason we got reds in this stage earlier and the reason why it's faster is because there's actually a wing cap that spawns on this act now. Because we've got all the other stars, there's an Act 6 specific wing cap. It spawns right here. And we could just use this to head over here and get this star. It saves about like 15-20 seconds off of doing it the other way. And that's course 3.
And the funny thing is, neither of us really knew there was a wing cap there until like we were like deep into running this game.
Yeah, I didn't know there was one there for a long while.
Shouts to baseball for telling us.
Alright. So now we're gonna go to course 4, which is... if that's any indication, this is gonna go great.
This is the second biggest blankest square in the game, by the way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't even say it's the blankest. But we'll get there later. I missed the star. There it is. It's just in a random corner on the shell. So... yeah, that exists.
So I forget, is the top star fast enough?
No.
Okay, not even with my strats?
No, not by any means.
Okay. I found a crazy way to get the shell up to the very top of the level, but I never really ended up timing it.
I don't think it's faster by any means.
I trust you.
At least as far as I know, unless you did some real insane stuff, but... So, we actually have to collect hundreds here. So, yeah, fun stuff. This music is actually a custom M64 made by Bubby himself. And I think it does a really good job of fitting the stage and how empty and desolate your heart is when you're playing this hack. And just makes you question all your life decisions, which, yeah. It also makes me question why the hell these walls are spaced out so far apart, but, yeah.
I feel like this level as a whole could just be a little bit smaller. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna strategically miss that coin. That coin insulted my mother, so... I wanted to spare that coin from getting got because it insulted my mother. So now we're just gonna go ahead and do some long jumping here. There we go.
This is similar to the SM74 Swampy Spring long jump where you do have to get a chain or else you're gonna have to charge up.
Yeah, you need some chain momentum on that, or else you won't make it. Alright, so now we get to head over here and skip this entire path just by lava bouncing. Because why not? Ugh. Almost done with this course. So, funnily enough, I started running this hack a while back. I believe Shep and I were actually...
Yeah,
we
you
had,
two were
yeah.
the original runners.
Us and Crash, actually, he helped a lot with the routing and stuff, but... Shep and I were the ones that initially went to Bubby saying, hey, you know, this hack would be fun to run, but at the same time, when it comes to the original version of this hack, where am I going? I think I'm going to Bowser 1 now. Yeah. But when it comes to the original version of this hack, the ISC category was 135 stars, which is absolutely ridiculous for anyone that wants to speedrun it. So we actually managed to have a discussion with him about the hack and gave our feedback on it, and he added some updates to it. One of which included lowering the ISC to 95, which is what we're running currently. So we were actually able to successfully convince him to make a category that's more reasonable to run for ISC, because nobody likes running 100% in this hack.
No, 100% is got a few quirks to it, which make it particularly problematic.
Yeah.
Specifically, I think the QSLG training star kind of kills it. And
Yeah.
there's a red coin in course 14, which relies on you just understanding the collision inside out, backwards, and on a Sunday.
Yeah, it has to be on a Sunday. Okay, yeah. The bad part about this stage is that Chuckyas exist. And they can just do whatever they want, and you never know where they're going to be, so you have to sort of dodge them. Luckily that Chuckia will fall off pretty much every time. Plus ratio. I thought I was going to get that movement, but... yeah. I am dead. Which sucks, because you already have to do that climb 3 times, and now I have to do it a 4th.
Yeah, those Chuckias, although technically speaking, if you play the exact same way every time, they will end up in the same spot. Sometimes they'll just kind of lose interest for no reason and be in a different spot anyways, just because of the height difference. So there's no way to keep it consistent, even if you do try to make yourself consistent.
Yeah, see, that time he was closer to the right. No, the left. The other left. And this time he didn't even fall at all.
When he doesn't fall, he should be on the right side though, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, now the wall doesn't decide to exist, so... we're gonna go ahead and line up our cannon shot to the random star in the middle of nowhere and just grab it. And then fall and contemplate all sorts of stuff. That visual cue is pretty lenient, as long as you're relatively close to... you can be a little bit off with it and still get the star pretty easily.
I beg to differ.
You beg to differ.
That star is my mortal enemy. Oh, and baseballs as well, apparently.
Dang, I've never really had any issues with it, but I don't know.
I think it comes down to a processing issue. Baseball and I just don't really understand it all too well.
Oh, come on. You know what? We're gonna do marathon strats. We're gonna get this red coin.
It's okay. I'll take it to my grave.
What is he doing all the way over there this time? He decided he wanted to go on a vacation this time.
Yeah, that's the Red Coin Classic.
Okay, come on. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. So, really funny thing about this is we can launch over here. This is the boss pipe, right? But there's a star behind it. I'm not gonna comment on what just happened.
Got a little excited there, bud.
I'm just not gonna bother commenting on that.
So when GMD did shoot for the pipe, he literally did not touch the joystick at all. It's just a spam A situation.
Yeah, it's reclimb time. And now he's over here again. Yeah, I'm really showcasing these elevators and how stupid they are.
The thing with the elevators is that to get the best cycle, like out of all the times I've done this level, which has been like in the hundreds now, I've gotten the early cycle for all 3 elevators once in my life.
Yeah, it's so annoyingly difficult to get a good cycle on the elevators.
And it's extremely tight, and then the collision can just say F you anyways.
There we go. Oh my god. This level's about 20 times bigger than it needs to be. And we're not even halfway done with it.
I think what amazes me about this level is that Bobby manages to utilize height and distance and still have nothing in the level.
Yeah, if you ever need an exhibition on how not to make your levels feel empty, just do whatever this hack doesn't, and then you're probably going to be pretty well off. I'm not going to do your swag strat, Aggie. I'm not good at it. I haven't practiced it. I'm just going to do my basic long jumps.
Yeah, so for this star, I actually alternate between doing rollouts and slide kicks.
Yeah,
because the slide kick goes into the rollout, and it saves very minimal amount of time, and each input is within 2 frames of perfect, so it's not a fun time.
Yeah. Alright, so now we get to play how many times are we going to lava bounce? So we're gonna just take the fire damage here. We get our friend with the wing cat box Chuckya there for reasons unknown.
There are some strange remodels of like specific enemies. Like not even like Bubby decided, oh, Chuckyas are now wing cat boxes, but just this one random wing cat box. Or this one random amp is now a Chuckya.
Yeah. That looks good. I like YOLOing that cannon shot. It makes you feel even better when you actually get it.
It's one of the more lenient cannon shots in the world, but it's nice to see that you got the right into the star.
Yeah. That's really fun to do. The Wingcat Box Chuckya does not have a name. If anyone would like to name the Wingcat Box Chuckya, then be my guest.
I'll use this name in runs. I hate your suggestion, Blocky.
I'm not going to name it after anyone in this community because I don't hate anybody that much. I would never force anyone to be involved with this game unless they're absolutely dedicated to it.
What about Chuck Tilda? Pluto says.
Chuck Tilda? I don't know. It's an option. It's definitely an option.
GMD Jr., I'm gonna shut that one down right now.
If my son is a Wingcat Box Chuckya, that would raise several questions about what my wife would be. And I don't want to think about that right now, so I'm not going to.
Schwocks. I like that.
Chwocks. DE. Yeah, we'll name it DE. That's what we'll name it.
What's the name of the gift?
I think it's like DE edit or something like that.
Oh no, that's one of your emotes.
It is. Might have borrowed it.
GmdDoesDMG.
So now we're gonna go in a mushroom that's about 10 times bigger than it needs to be. I wish my girlfriend said that about me, but I don't have a girlfriend, so we'll see how that goes in the future.
It's okay. One day a girl will like your mushroom.
Hopefully. I don't know if a girl will ever like Bubby's mushroom though, because this is just too empty.
I mean, I've heard dull as dishwater, but this is ridiculous.
Alright, so we're finally out of Bowser 1. Only took about, 7 billion years. But now we can head over to Overworld 2 and show the world what true emptiness looks like. That's not the right way. I dove. I did not mean to dive. So we're gonna head into Course 5.
This level coming up is Course of the Year.
Course of the Year 2017. What else even released in 2017 to compete with this, huh? Sapphire? Nah. Star Revenge 5? Nah. So yeah, just in this pipe off the edge, we got Vanish Cap. If any of you need a bathroom break, or you want to go grab a snack, or you just want to pass out for 5 minutes, now would be a good time. Especially if I keep messing it up.
It's true, this is the emptiest level I've seen in all of ROM hacks.
Fair's got nothing on this.
He wish he could do a level that empty. Delfino, there's no way that was released in 2017.
To the Moon was released in 2017. I think. What? I missed the star? What? Oh my god. How did I miss the star? And I don't even have the wing cap switch hit. Now I have to go all the way over here to my grandma's house and back just to get the Vanish Cap switch.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing that's any more depressing than that.
It's a butt. Luckily there's a star right here to skip the other one. Baseball, I got the other star first because I messed it up the first time.
Yeah, so the thing that amazes me about this level is the fact that there's 2 stars in one corner, there's 2 stars in another, and then there's another in, like, a random middle part. And then there's a star off the ledge, and then the rest of it's just empty space.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
It's okay, baseball, just take your nap for 5 minutes.
And of course there's just a Vanish Cap here in the middle of nowhere. Getting the other star again would probably be faster. You're right. But then I wouldn't get to go to Grandma's house. Alright, we're getting it this time. Trust me. There we go.
So that star is pretty difficult. GMD's well adjusted to it, so...
It does require,
sometimes.
yeah, good movement.
A lot of times he'll talk about that star like it's not as difficult as it is, but I promise it is.
So now we get to go back over here. At least with that star, we technically don't even need the Vanish Cap because you can just clip through it and grab the star without it. So that's pretty funny, but... Now we have one more star left to get, and it's, in my opinion, the best star in the level. So, you see this corner here with nothing in it? Yeah, let's go investigate, shall we?
My favorite thing about this level is that the square is so huge that sometimes you'll be looking at what you think is the corner, and it's absolutely not the corner.
Why wouldn't there be a star there, am I right? Alright, so now we get to do an actual, like, funny strat here. Let me just do this.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yeah. So we get to do that because the collision there is broken.
That strat was actually found for 145 star, believe it or not. Doing the hundreds in course 5 without the reds was unoptimal coming out of Vanish Cap, so I was like running over to the star 1 area to get that star out of the way.
Yeah, shoutouts to Aggie for the strat here. So, now that we've got that out of the way, the reason why we dropped course 500s in this route is because that's the star that you would get with 100 coins. But since we're not doing since we're doing the special strat there, we don't have to get 100 coins with it. And it's just not any faster to get it with this star over here. So yeah, just some easy wall kicks there.
I always enjoy a lot of these hacks, and I'm not throwing shade when I say this. A lot of these hacks that create these, you know, they're more than just a couple of wall kicks. They're supposed to be a real section, and then that's just not how they end up playing out.
Yeah, especially when it comes to, you know, lower quality hacks. Oh, come on. I thought I was dead. I thought I was just gonna fall off the stage there. Alright. So we're good to go on this course now. I totally did not model the color of my username after the background of this overworld. Just saying.
No, that was from before.
Alright, so...
The background of this overworld is literally green screen color.
Yeah. So if anyone needs any editing, just put whatever you want in the background. So yeah, funny skip that we can do there. He didn't set the warp to only be a one-way warp. Technically, there's a red down in that pit we just warped to, and you're supposed to be able to warp back out of it. But since he set the return warp on the ground, we can actually just go ahead and use that warp again.
Well, look at that. There's something I didn't know.
Yeah, basically, if you want your fading warps to be one way, just raise them off the ground a little bit so then you can't land on them. Nice double punch. So yeah, that's technically a snake. I just thought I'd clarify that was a snake that we just climbed on.
Yeah, that's like a snake to me. You ever
this
see
coin.
like a flat-headed falcon?
I don't think I have.
Okay, well this is your flat-headed snake.
Alright, fair enough. I think I can miss one coin, so...
It's true, Skullbug Racer's first hack was a variation of the Blue Star Adventure parody, spelled B-L-O-O. And all of his hacks have basically been because he made that first hack.
His first hack was Chartreuse Star Adventure, was it not?
Was it?
I think it was. I think he just made Blue Star Adventure just to make fun of this hack. Oh yeah, how could I forget? There's awful collision here.
The collision is nuts here. There's so many places, and we keep finding them every time we play this game. But there's so many places you can just fall through the entire level, and you're just like in like the basement, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
That little area where that one star after the warp was.
I had a really fun one where I just hit a random invisible wall and then bonked back and forth all the way down.
Yeah, I did that while grabbing one of the red coins on the way up. It was quite sad.
Yeah, so anyway, now we're actually going to climb on top of the snake here and get the star.
So Blocko, there's a star at the very end of this hack called QSLG training, and I think the star in total is about 5 minutes, but the QSLGs are like maybe a minute or less.
Depends on how slow you take them.
They can be done rather quickly.
Oh, I almost forgot to do this star. Where you just get to dive in a hole for no reason.
That star is like surprisingly easy and simple.
That's obviously not how you're supposed to do it, but...
No, the way you're supposed to do it involves, much like a lot of Bubby stuff, just fighting with that collision because he decided that that's how it was gonna work.
Don't worry, Quills, we will not be seeing course 14 in this run. Because it requires 115 stars, and we only get 95.
No, Quills, I'll probably be running that in the summer, though. I want to get back into VSA and get a better time for 100%.
Yes, it is, Maria. Course 14 in this hack was actually remade in LU 1.5 as the wing cap level. Alright, so I hope y'all like trees, because we're going to be seeing those for a while now.
Now this is a contender for the third most empty level in the game.
I mean, at least this level has some trees in it.
It does have some trees in it, it's just too bad they aren't Brood trees.
Even if they were Brodu trees, it would still be incredibly, horribly empty. Should I just get some red coins?
This level is interesting because most of the level is pretty quick, but a couple of the stars are gated behind a red coin star, which takes
2.5
a
minutes.
decent amount of time. Which I remember you do get in the run?
Yes. Unfortunately. And since you're getting reds, you might as well get hundreds while you're at it, so...
Yeah, Secrets of the Dark Matter and the star at the top of the level are just quick enough that they have a course 3 effect going on with them.
Gotta do the slow stuff to get to the hard stuff. Wow, that's just hilarious. I'm kind of just vibing to this music right now. Some pretty peaceful music for 2.5 minutes of dive rollouts.
If you do go for the star, you do need every 10 coin box that you find. There's like 107 or something in this level.
I believe it's 109, if you want to be exact about it.
109, thank you.
Yeah, that's why there's 2 blue coins over the quicksand here, just to force you to do it. And we can miss one though, that's fine. See, in practice, I thought to myself, hey, I should skip some coins because I don't need them. And then I chose to skip a red coin on the red coin mission. So, we're not going to do that again.
That's a good question, sodium chloride. One's BSA, but was Star Slide from Ocarina of Time 64.
Even then, this course would still take forever. Well, to be fair, there's liking BSA and then there's actually thinking it's a good hack. There is a difference. I think there's fun to be had in bad hacks, but at the same time, if you're trying to say that they're good, then that's something else entirely.
I think the way I describe it is the difference between a hack I dislike and a hack I find derpy but fun. If that's the right word.
It's one way to think of it. So now we go down here into a hole and beat up a cripple because Mario's a pathetic asshole that does nothing else with his life.
Mario for hire. Also, Bubby was nice enough to put the star spawn right on top of the bricks there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Bob-omb can't walk in this, so it's a little unfortunate that you just have to go in and beat him up.
If I remember correctly, the reason why he can't walk is because he's on the lowest point of the level. But I would need someone to clarify that for me, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm correct about that.
Sounds like Jarp agrees with you on that, so that's probably what it is.
Also, that triple jump wall kick that GmD just did is a real pain.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually surprised I got it, if I'm being honest. Camera in this kind of sucks. Well, now that because we got our funny red coin star, now we unlock the 2 act-specific stars. So, we can go ahead and grab the Vanish Cup.
That's what I'm thinking is the problem, Urkin. This is the only hack I've ever seen this be a thing in.
And there we go. Alright, now we've got 1 star left here. Go back over here.
I mean, Jumanism. I do think that making a legitimately good remake of BSA would be a cool idea, but levels like this are what scare me about that idea. Which, if someone did do it, it might be a long project because they'd have to figure out where they want to go with something like this.
Yeah, there's a lot of different directions that a project like that could go. But, last thing we gotta do is we gotta get the warp up here and grab this. And then we'll be done with this infernal forest.
Oh yeah, that platform that GmD long jumped to where the warp started, just so you know, you can't ledge grab that. I don't know why.
Wait, really? You can't ledge grab that?
No, I shorted it once and then like fell all the way down. I'm like, cool, cool.
Did I? I really went too far for the
That's why you do
toad.
it.
I went too far for the toad.
I've never seen someone do that before.
Well, just SRM things.
Pyro, nobody's remaking BSA, but it would be a funny idea if someone did.
Alright, now we get to go to Aquatic Cavern, where half of the textures are the wrong direction. Kind of like Mario right now. Especially when you miss a wall kick 3 times. 4 times. You're supposed to line up right here, and then you can sort of get it. I thought I had a lineup. Is it this one? Ah, it's this one. There we go.
That platform's thin enough that you can kind of just slip right around the side of it if the game decides.
Yeah. As the game says, the platforms are too small. Kind of like the brain of whoever thought this was a good idea. Anyway.
So we get the Course 3 and Course 2 treatment with this level. 5 stars are through this area, and they're all at different like lengths of how far the level goes.
Yeah, we're just gonna knock out the farthest one first. Oh my god, I remembered which side this was on.
I'm gonna be honest, I use 100 coins as a crutch to remember which side it is on every time I do a run.
I see. But yeah, this course is just a ton of swimming.
If you want to schedule your second nap, now's the time to do it.
Mm-hmm. Make sure to rest your eyes before the next few stages.
Oh god.
It doesn't help that like every texture in this stage has pretty awful collision, and they're on half of them are on the wrong side, so you can just see through half the level. Yeah, one more star going through this main path, and then we should be good. And then we'll just go ahead and grab that. I'd give more commentary on it, but what kind of commentary do you want? He's swimming in a hole. Like, you want me to go like glub, 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 glub every time I press A? No, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. Glub, 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 glub. There we go. And that's it for the water level. Bonk. So now we're gonna head over to the second half of stages in this run, starting with course 11, which is fun in its own right. And by that I mean it's an interesting stage. So Aggie, you want to tell them about how this stage looked in previous versions? Oh wait, you can't because you couldn't see anything.
I kind of felt like a murderer. Like all I saw was blood. All I saw was red.
So we're gonna do a fun BLJ here.
Shining?
I wouldn't know. I'm not a movie person.
Oh yeah, there have been like 17 and a half setups coming from everyone in the community and their grandmother on how to do this star.
That's the way I've found to be most consistent.
Every time I see someone do this star, it's always different.
That's how I do it, and that's how I've stuck with doing it.
I like GmdD's method. It's not mine, but it works pretty well for me as well.
Anyway, we get to do some funny collision bugs because this game's very well made. So, we can just clip right through there.
So, these look like pretty quick stars, but done optimally, this level's about 14 minutes long because of like the three longest stars are just ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're talking in terms of 100%, that stage is 14 minutes. Cover your ears, the stage is loud.
No comment, Pyro. This intro segment is interesting. I've always been intrigued about the fact that GmD can kind of YOLO his movement around here.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the metal cap, which of course, why wouldn't it just be in a random hole off the edge? So we're gonna do our best to get a cool skip here, because as you can see, this level is just a giant red box. So we're gonna try and get the metal cap. Well, we failed the skip, but we're gonna go ahead and just grab the metal cap. If I got the skip optimally, then we wouldn't have to get the metal cap text, but oh well.
It actually doesn't even save time. It really doesn't.
Barely. It's just swag.
The only way that it would save time is if you were facing upwards and then moved to the left off the box and then jumped into the metal cap to have actual momentum once it came out of the pushable metal box.
Yeah. So yeah, this stage is bigger and redder than your mom when I give her a compliment, but we'll do our best to get out of here as soon as possible. So we're just gonna do some fun lava bounces. Ha ha ha, Mario just thinks this stage is absolutely hilarious. Unfortunately, it's not.
This stage is also, like,
yeah,
unnecessarily long.
As you can see from kind of this general view you're getting, you can't even see most of the stage because it's that big. You see the background clipping in because the stage is just way too big. It has no right being as big as it is. Which, consequentially, is what your mom said to me last night, but that's neither here nor there. And I'm still doing a better job of keeping the humor more mature than the humor in this hack.
Well, the humor in this hack is not hard to, know.
Yeah.
There's Dr. Eggmans everywhere, there's, you know...
Yeah.
Lots of troll stars. It's a great hack, I promise.
There's clipping through the stage like that. And dying because you didn't line it up properly. And now I have to go through the entire stage again. I guess that's karma for the mom choke.
Basically everybody does that except for... I think just Seb doesn't do that, right?
I don't remember.
I don't know, it is faster to go intended way, but it's just like stupid hard. I started doing intended way for a little bit in my runs and then realized that it's not the way to go.
Yeah, intended you're supposed to do like some weird wall kick stuff here. Alright, let's actually make sure we're in the right spot this time. There we go.
By the way, this is also why the 100% and 80% times are so different. It's just because, much like Super Mario 74, BSA has this thing where it's just the difficulty increases exponentially. But unlike 74, for no reason at all, the time it takes to get each star also increases exponentially.
Yeah, you go from 90%, you go from like every star in the first overworld taking like 20 seconds to an 8-minute coin star in course 3, or 13, not 3. So...
Done optimally, the best time I've ever gotten on that star is a 724.
Hey, I wasn't even that far off. Not bad. But yeah, this hack goes from 0 to 100 real quick. And you sort of start... Yeah. You sort of start to notice that in this course and course 11.
Part of the reason why 130 would be unideal is because you'd be taking out the 10 hardest stars, and that still leaves a lot of the stupidity in.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't see the idea of a Blue Star Adventure Green Comet hack. Alright, so, now we get course 9. Which is also known as a mix of cat vomit and... I don't even know.
Man, this is like... This is what I used to think a shroom strip looked like before I had a shroom strip. Like, this is the exaggerated cartoon form of a shroom strip.
And it wouldn't be complete without a King Womp model as a Chekia. Yes, this is a King Womp. I don't think you have to commit war crimes in Myanmar. I think this is a war crime in Myanmar.
By the way, GMD sucks at positioning, but you can triple jump out of the fall.
Yeah, whatever. Toy Dream. The stage music is Toy Dream from MP5, which reminds me that I want to take an MP5 and slaughter every single point of this course, but we'll get to that later.
The micro optimizations that we talk about are not really realistic. I went on a rampage and made 1 million of them when I was running 145, only to die 25 times in course 14. No exaggeration.
I realized that I forgot to say hi to the robot, so I missed the cannon shot by about half a centimeter.
If you shoot below the star, you'll usually get caught by an invisible wall by going at that angle too.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. That's what I do, just because I don't have any faith in myself.
But, what should we name the robot, Aggie? I forgot to ask Bubby what the name of the robot was, so we're gonna have to come up with one.
That's a good question.
That should be better.
Does anyone have any good robot names? Well, the first name I saw was Jim.
Jim the robot?
Unless Blocky's Blorple was a thing.
Blocky's blowhole? What?
Lorple.
I am so confused.
Robot 64.
See, I'm only a sniper in Bowser 1. That's all I'm good at sniping. Once we get here, all the colors throw me off.
Do you do the other cannon star? I don't remember.
Yes, we'll get there. I just forgot that I forgot the order of stars here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, usually the one that GMD is going for now is like the backup for the other cannon star. Let's hope we remember the cannon shot. I certainly do not. So I hope you do.
I have a good visual cue for it, it's just a matter of whether I actually follow it or not.
That seems counterproductive. Shouldn't you always follow it?
You would think. You would think.
I do think. Therefore, I am.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda liking Quill's idea of calling the robot Joel. Yeah, the collision on here, absolutely horrendous. I don't know the fast movement here.
Well, I think your entire chat likes Joel, except for Dolphino.
Why am I spamming A? I'm not trying to shoot this cannon. I think, that's good, and that's good. I'm not gonna name the robot Brandon.
That was perfect. So what I always knew about that cannon shot was like just like once you get your horizontal line correct, just out of sight or like where you can just barely see the star is where you want to be at.
Yeah. So anyway, now that we've met Joel, he's got a secret down here that we're gonna grab real quick and relieve him of his pressure of having that there.
Yeah, you relieved Joel.
So, now, this door is supposed to require 80 stars, but let's just walk right between them because why not? We're gonna go ahead and get this star out of the way.
So I'd like to welcome everybody to the only level that's more vertical than it is horizontal.
I hit the ceiling, I got a little scared. There we go.
Oh, that is scary. I've never hit the ceiling.
I think it only happens if you get a firstie there, which I did, but... I like punching there because you get to conserve some downward speed. Funny how SM64 physics works. So you need a vanish cap to get through here, and then a metal cap to get over here to this star. So we're gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, pull over. Tortilla speed? That sounds like something we need. Get some express tortillas delivered. So now we're gonna head back again, since we counted, got everything proper. I'm just gonna... This stage is probably the hardest stage in the hack. For 95 star. For 95 star. This is the hardest stage in the run.
Oh, okay.
I caught myself. I realized what I said. I meant to say it is the hardest stage in the run, just because it's easy to mess up, and if you do mess up, you lose a ton of time. Especially on the main climb.
Now, do you do the star above the level? I don't remember.
Yes, so we're gonna do that right now, actually.
Look at that.
So we're gonna have some fun here.
So when GMD does get up there, basically what's going on is there is a single layer of lava collision that's like flat, and then there's a single layer of like floor collision above that. And there's a sign next to the star that basically says, "You are so smart. Here, have star," or something like that.
You know what? We're already losing. Let's just check what the sign says. You are genius.
That's what it is. I don't remember what hack it was now, but there was a hack where basically you... Oh, I do remember what hack it is. There was a hack where they basically had the same trope, but that was from SM65.
Oh, another great hack.
Oh yeah, just lovely.
Alright, so there's an arrow here that's ever so slightly off from the actual warp.
He's trying his best, Andrew.
Was he? Was he?
I mean, go little Rockstar.
You know, he may be going Rockstar, but I'm through with standing in line to clubs I'll never get in. And if anyone actually gets that reference, I'm sorry.
I actually didn't, but I feel like I've heard that in a rap song.
It's not in a rap song, no.
Oh. I didn't get it. That's okay.
Alright, hopefully that's enough height. We're gonna do a skip here so we can skip the entire unlucky, ugly section. Now we get the dreaded slope. This is slippery in 1.4. Luckily it's not in this stage, in this version. And now we just basically have this one triple jump wall kick left. There we go. Let's get over our baked potato platforms. And now we get fun stuff, also known as a unicorn vomited in a Bowser arena. I forgot where the bomb was. It's over here. Okay. So that should be
These
good.
aren't the worst arenas ever, but it does make me think that Bubby just made them because Quad just requires you to have a proper Bowser fight or something.
I don't know.
That's what it feels like.
You know what is funny though? If you die in that fight, the entire game crashes.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never died in that fight before. Thank goodness.
Yeah, if you die in the fight, the game doesn't have a set failure warp, so it just crashes.
Can you open the door from the back, please?
You want me to open the door from the back?
You already know how important this is.
Yeah. Let's open the door from the back. Alright, so this is Overworld 3. This is where all the actual, like, hard stages are. But we don't have to do any of them.
The amazement of this is that there is 11 stars left when you enter Overworld 3, but because the slide requires the vanish cap to get some of the stars, GMD is actually going to go back to Overworld 1 and finish that level up before he finishes up.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, there's a very quick way that we can go ahead and work back to Overworld 1 that I'll show here right now, as soon as we finish getting this Toad Star. So, this hack has one of those levels where, you know, it's a reward for completing the game. It's supposed to require 144 stars, which is one less than 100%. But, the door doesn't work, so we can just go ahead and do that.
Bubby's incredible at this. at this whole hacking stuff.
And it just warps us right back here in Overworld 1 for our convenience. So now we can go ahead and head back up. And now we're going to go to slide.
Actually, because of... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, if you have a fear of heights, look away. Because we're going to be doing a lot of falling.
Ah, yes, there's a lot of falling in there.
What were you saying
Jarb,
before that? Sorry.
Jarb, that's what happened. So when he made this hack, the star limit ID was 120. So now you need to use a raw miniature tweak to up the star requirement to be up to 255, which is ironically way more than you can add to a hack, but not for long probably.
It's okay, Dolphino. There's like 5 more of these falls, so buckle up.
Dolphino, if you need a nap now, we understand. Red's got the right idea.
Yeah, just kind of got... The hardest part about this stage is just gauging where your shadow is and making sure you're on top of the stars. Let's see, what do we have left now? There's the one in the corner.
There's also, and I forget which one it is, but there's a duplicate star somewhere in this level.
Yeah, we're gonna get that duplicate right now, actually. So down here in the corner, there's a star. This star actually shares the same ID as the timer star, so we don't have to get the slide time. But we're just gonna keep falling and falling, falling forever, some might say. Still the best Scott hack to date. This is an absolute masterpiece of a slide that's plagued with collision issues. And a box. Okay, that's actually sick that I was able to get the box there.
I've never pulled that off, that's amazing.
That might be one of the first times I've ever actually successfully pulled that off. So yeah, this is the only star in the level where you don't have to fall for 7 years. Let me switch to Mario Cam real quick before this last star. And now we have the last star, which is my personal favorite star in this level.
Also my favorite. It's...
Kerchonk. It's still one of my favorite parts. It's funny because the bonk off the wall literally just puts you right on top of the star.
The bonk is everything for that star.
And now we have 94 stars, so we're gonna head back to Overworld 3 real quick. Because our last star is gonna be MIPS Part 2, and then we'll just go ahead and take care of business.
Overall, this run itself is really fun, quirky, cute. Not a whole lot of stupidity in it. And I'm glad it was made to be 95 star, because 135, like, it would be doable, but it wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah, it definitely would not have had any form of, anywhere close to the form of popularity that it's had in speedrunning if it was 135, because...
Actually, the only reason why 145 was considered was just because we did do 95 so much that we kind of wanted to test other stars.
Mm-hmm.
So some stars just became less intimidating by association.
Yeah, now we just got ourselves a vanilla Bowser fight, so we'll see if I can get the throws.
Quills, if you want to see more of this game, you can look at the world record for the 145 star. It's not terrible.
Ah, not bad.
It could be better.
Get some camera shenanigans and time. So, that was that. Glad I was able to finish that and no internet issues flared up at all, obviously. Couldn't be me. But yeah, thanks to the hosts for their patience with my rather unfortunately timed internet issues and technical difficulties, but glad we were able to pull it off. And thanks everyone for watching. Hope it was entertaining. I would say that I would recommend this hack, but I don't think I legitimately can do that with a straight face. But I do find it enjoying to run 95 star, which is why I presented it. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for the help with the commentary, Aggie. He also runs this hack. And yeah, I think that's everything.
Thank you for having me. It's been a fun commentary.